To choose the best webinar provider, leap into the sandpit. This is the second of a series of videos to help you choose a webinar provider. Now, the first video was all about becoming a webinar student. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to leap into the sandpit. So let's jump in.
Go team go! Go team go! Go team go! Go team go!
My idea of doing mechanical work on my car is to drive it to the mechanic. I let the experts have a play. Now, if I wanted to become a mechanic, sure, I would study what's involved. I'd look at the books, I'd get some advice, I'd search the internet, I'd find out about all the theory of being a mechanic. But the truth is, I'm not going to be a good mechanic. I'm not going to really start learning until I get underneath the front of the car and start playing with it myself. Webinars are no different. You can study as much as you like. You can become a great webinar student based upon the information in my previous video and my previous training article. But the truth is, at some stage, and hopefully sooner rather than later, you want to dive underneath the front of the webinar system. You want to start having a play. Now, the good news here is that many webinar programs allow us to do that through free trials. So do your research, be a great student, and choose a few programs that you like the look of that you think will fit your needs. And then get in and take a trial and have a play. Play by yourself first. Get in, run some webinars, don't have an audience. Just get a feel for starting the webinar software, seeing what it can do, seeing what the layout looks like, pressing the buttons, trying out some of the options, having a play. Create a webinar where no one is watching and enjoy the experience. Then expand it, get a friend on. Now there are two of you so that you can communicate with your friend. Save it, look at the replay, see how you went, see how the software performed. Get advice from your friend or colleague about what they thought. And then invite a small crowd, a couple of friendly people. So you've got 3 or 4 of you there. They're asking you questions through the chat. You're interacting with them. You're learning about the software and you're improving your webinar skills at the same time. And that can be very, very powerful. If you find there's a deal breaker and software isn't working for you for some reason, it's missing something that you really want, move on. Get something else. Try something different. And try 2 or 3 different programs until you get a feel for what you want and you can make a confident selection. Be patient, but don't be paralyzed. If you're a regular of these videos, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. But today I want to tell you about something that's not video content. Do you sometimes wish when you're in the car or on the gym or in the shower that you wish you had something to listen to so you could learn about webinars more effectively? If you're a webinar fanatic like I am and you want to get the chance to take advantage of those opportunities to do more learning, then there's a podcast for you, the Webinar Skills Podcast, hosted by yours truly. And I'm very excited about the Webinar Skills Podcast. It's only just been recently released and it's going great. So if you want the chance to listen to top class webinar presenters like John Lee Dumas, like Rick Mulready, like Joe Daniel, like George Cow and Kate Erickson, then tune into the Webinar Skills Podcast. You'll find it on iTunes or Stitcher Radio. Search for it, Webinar Skills Podcast, or click the link below to go to the Webinar Skills Podcast. Please have a listen to one of the episodes. I hope you love it. Thanks for leaping into the sandpit with me today. Please remember to subscribe and have an awesome day. Let's talk about webinar engagement and why Jerry Seinfeld gets it.